Good afternoon and welcome to the 2021 Texas TSA State Virtual Conference Award Ceremony. Together towards tomorrow. Let's meet your 2020-2021 State Officer Team. Your 2020-2021 Sergeant at Arms from West Texas, Haley Rutson. Your 2020-2021 State Reporter from Sugar Land, Texas, Haley Nycom. Your 2020-2021 State Treasurer from Sugar Land, Texas, Millen Mizra. Your 2020-2021 State Secretary from Cypress, Texas, Kaylee Nidget. Your 2020-2021 State Vice President from Cypress, Texas, Savio Lee. Your 2020-2021 State President from Bryan, Texas, Caroline McCall. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2020-2021 State Officer Team. Texas TSA is extremely proud of the work they have done during this past year to make this conference a huge success. We would now like to announce the newly elected Board of Directors for the Texas TSA Board. Congratulations to the following members on your new position: Tanya Snook and Bud Worley. The heart of Texas TSA is the members of this organization. It is with great pleasure that each year we are able to award scholarships to dedicated TSA student members who exemplify what our organization is all about. Congratulations to the following members for being named the 2021 scholarship recipients. The recipient for the George Howe Scholarship, Daniela Zamora, Theodore Roosevelt High School. The recipient for the Greer Mays Wright Industrial Arts Memorial Scholarship, Cesar Meza, Chapin High School. The recipient for the W.A. Mayfield Scholarship, Andrew Phillips, George Ranch High School. The recipient for the Al Sayre Scholarship, Haley Rutson, West High School. Congratulations to this year's scholarship recipients. The TSA Chapter Excellence Award recognizes chapters that are outstanding models. Many areas of chapter operations are reviewed, including meetings, scholastic and educational activities, service projects, conference participation, team award and recognition, and general chapter activities. Also taken into considerations are chapter fundraising projects and leadership development activities. This year's Texas TSA Middle School Chapter Excellence Award goes to Stephen F. Austin Middle School. This year's Texas TSA High School Chapter Excellence Award goes to West High School. The TSA Advisor of the Year Award gives TSA chapter presidents and members working with state advisors the opportunity to recognize the work of their chapter advisor that makes the chapter a success. Advisor activities in the classroom and at local, state, and national levels are reviewed. A chapter advisor receiving the award might also demonstrate considerable skill in promoting TSA and in facilitating and recognizing accomplishments of students. This year's Texas TSA Middle School Advisor of the Year goes to Brooke Reeve, Venus Middle School. This year's Texas TSA High School Advisor of the Year goes to Tanya Snook, West High School. The Distinguished Service Award is an honor placed to those individuals who, without their support and dedication to Texas TSA, the organization wouldn't function as it should. This award isn't given annually and is only allotted when such dedication has been observed. This honor is truly seen as a selfless dedication to the values and principles of this organization. Please congratulate Kristen Roush and Emily Gresham for the recipients of this award. The Texan degree is the highest level of the Statesman degree program that can be earned. The Texan degree requires the member to possess a strong knowledge of the history and structure of our organization. The following students have earned this degree by making 85% or higher on this test. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for, the award ceremony for this year's conference competitors. For middle school, Biodesign. For middle school, CAD Foundations. For middle school, Career Prep. For middle school, Challenging Technology Issues. For middle school, Chapter Team. For middle school, Children's Story. For middle school, Coding. For middle school, Community Service Video. For middle school, Construction Challenge. For middle school, Cybersecurity. For middle school, Data Science and Analytics. For middle school, Digital Photography. For middle school, Trackster. For middle school, Essay on Technology. For middle school, Forensics Technology. For middle school, Foundations of IT. For middle school, Inventions and Innovations. For middle school, Junior Solar Sprint. For middle school, Leadership Strategies. For middle school, Mass Production. For middle school, Mechanical Engineering. For middle school, MedTech Issues. For middle school, Off the Grid. For middle school, Prepared Speech. For middle school, Promotional Marketing. For middle school, STEM Animation. For middle school, Structural Engineering. For middle school, Tech Ball. Middle school, Technical Design. Middle school, Video Game Design. Middle school, Website Design. Middle school, Hot Rod CO2 Car. Middle school, CO2 Research Racer. For high school, Animatronics. For high school, architectural design. For high school, biodesign. For high school, board game design. For high school, CAD architecture. For high school, CAD engineering. For high school, chapter team. For high school, children's story. For high school, coding. For high school, cybersecurity. For high school, data science. For high school, debating technology issues. For high school, digital video production. For high school, dragster design. For high school, engineering design. For high school, essays on technology. For high school, extemporaneous speech. For high school, fashion design. High school, forensic science. High school, future technology education teacher. For high school, geospatial technology. High school, IT fundamentals. For high school, music production. High school, on-demand video. For high school, photographic technology. For high school, prepared presentation. For high school, promotional design. For high school, sci-viz. For high school, software development. For high school, structural design. For high school, tech ball. For high school, transportation modeling. For high school, video game design. For high school, webmaster. For high school, hot rod CO2 car. For high school, CO2 research racer. I'd like to showcase the best of Texas and the unique to Texas event area. The following projects were considered by the judges to be the best of the best in this year's contest. This honor covers all projects in all categories and levels. Congratulations to the following participants and their projects. Now we will announce the school awards. High Point School Awards are given based on the number of projects entered per school. Less than 20 entries, middle school. High school, 13 and under entries. Middle school, 20 to 40 entries. High school, 14 to 27 entries. Middle school, 41 or more entries. High school, 28 to 40 entries. High school, 41 to 70 entries. High school, 71 to 175 entries. High school, 176 or more entries. And now, your schools with the National Qualifying Event High Point Award. In middle school, 3rd place, 2nd place, 1st place. And now, National Qualifying Event High Point Awards High School. In 3rd place, in 2nd place, and in 1st place. And now, it's time to introduce your new 2021-2022 State Officer Team. For the Office of Sergeant at Arms, Caleb Hall, George Ranch High School. For the Office of Reporter, Anna Amanchi, from Keller Center of Advanced Learning. For the Office of Treasurer, Shamani Unvali, Longview High School. For the Office of Secretary, Rachna Edlar, Longview High School. For the Office of Vice President, Mihir Bhatia, Cypress Ranch High School. For the Office of President, Shane Johnson, Cypress Woods High School. As this year's contest comes to a close, Texas TSA would like to congratulate all of its members for a successful conference. Let's send it back to your Texas TSA President, Caroline McCall, to close out this year.
This makes year 5 for me in TSA. I don't think I could recount every single lesson and memory I've made thanks to this organization. You don't understand it until you're in it, and not just a member, but fully involved. You have to talk to people outside of your chapter and compete in events that you're not fully confident you can do. You have to step out of your comfort zone. And I wish I could give you a lesson or say a few words that makes you get over that fear, but there isn't one. However, there is a practice to cope with it. It's called courage. You'll come to find, if you haven't already, that courage is vital to your success in life. Sometimes a leap of faith has to be taken. Sometimes all you can do is trust yourself and the work you've done. Maybe it works out, but maybe it doesn't. At least you had the courage to try though. In the 5th grade, I was in student council and was thinking about running for president. But I backed out because I was too scared to lose to a popular girl and boy running for it. I could have won that race. It sounds silly, but I made a promise to myself that I wouldn't back out of something because I was afraid, and I never did back out of any campaign after that. I won quite a few of them. It's one of the reasons I'm here, but I've also lost some. One of those losses is the reason I stayed here, and I am so grateful for that loss because Texas TSA is the best state delegation, and I have learned that it is where I want to stay. I am so grateful for having been able to be your state president through one of the hardest years our state delegation has ever faced. We are stronger when we are together, and that is why this year has been so difficult, because we weren't together. Thankfully, the bonds and dedication of the members and advisors of this organization are still strong enough to keep us going. We are a community of learners, leaders, innovators, and courageous students and advisors. I want you to be brave next year, whether you're going to college or teaching or moving up to your next year of high school or middle school. I wish you the best of luck, and thank you, Texas TSA, for teaching me about what courage is. I love y'all.